Hello, this is Gerald Varela with Back Corner Comics, and today we're going to be looking at two Fantagraphic titles that are coming out on the week of March 11th. And these are two titles that I've been with for a few weeks now, and I have to say they're really fun and very different. And something to keep in mind is these are released on the same day, and there was a few other titles that released as well. Baby Blues is another one that I'm familiar with. I don't have it now for review, but it looks amazing. But today we're going to be looking at Beat It Rufus and Santos Sisters. And like I said, these two titles are completely different. One is by Noah Van Sciver, who is a cartoonist who's worked with Fantagraphics before. And then this one, Santos Sisters, Greg and Ferre. I don't know their first names, but they're kind of new to the Fantagraphics world, and so it's really exciting to have such a cool title from them being published. So yeah, let's go ahead and start with Santos Sisters. So I kind of knew about this beforehand. This was published by a smaller publisher in kind of like the regular comic pamphlet format, and Fantagraphics was able to get the hardcover edition of it with all the collected issues. And as typical Fantagraphics fare, they went all the way with the design and stuff. So to kind of go on into what this is about two sisters who live in a town, and they are the superheroes of the town. And there's villains and I'm having a hard time. So they're just regular teenage girls who just so happen to be superheroes, and they fight evil and save the day. And it's very much a riff on Archie comics, as you can tell by the line work. And Fantagraphics really made a cool kind of like tongue-in-cheek edition where you're getting the girls with their superhero outfits on and without their superhero outfits, because both sides of that coin matter in this collection. Let's go ahead and look at the art here. End papers are great. So they've received this power from a goddess, and they basically say a word and they transform into the Santos Sisters. And as you can tell from this, these are all the kind of villains and anti-heroes, you should say. I really love the story with 8-Ball here. Very fun. There's even a riff on here it is. This is a riff on Rob Liefeld, which is so fun to kind of see. The guns are kind of a little exaggerated and they don't make a lot of sense, but there they are nonetheless. Scope, it's so fun to see something like that and get the reference. I imagine these guys were big fans of Rob Liefeld. So you get like these action-packed stories. You get more stories or other stories that focus a little bit on the everyday life of these girls. There's a bit of underground humor in this, which is a blast. And as you can tell, the colors are just amazing. This is a cartoon show that one of them watches and likes a lot. And she has a daydream about him cheating on her and them being in a relationship. There's some relationship drama, just like the Archie comics, And this is a volume 1, and hopefully we see more. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I think this is a great addition to anybody's library that likes these type of comics, especially Archie comics. Doesn't feel like we're getting a lot of that material collected in a premium format. Hopefully we see some Archie comics collected like that at some point in the future. I would enjoy that. But yeah, fun stuff here. I definitely recommend this if you like superhero action, if you're a fan of Archie, and this will just run you $25, which is, a steal in my book. I feel like we live in a day and age where collected editions are just getting more and more expensive, and somehow Fantagraphics is making them so cheap. So shouts out to them for doing that. Santos Sisters definitely deserves to be in the comic or any comic book collection that pertains to superheroes or Archie stuff. So here's Santos Sisters. Now we're going to be looking at Beat It Rufus, which, if you know about Noah Van Sciver, you know that he's a cartoonist that likes writing the loser character, and that's no different here. This is about a 80s musician that's kind of fallen on hard times. He's a big time loser, but he decides that he's gonna kind of take control of that and not be a loser anymore and confront his past. And how he does it is hilarious, and this was a fun read. And it's very tongue-in-cheek with the whole 80s, musician type of thing. And the hardcover here is just phenomenal. This kind of has like a felt feel to it. Very fun. Just had a lot of fun looking at this and reading it. Has good weight too. And this will set you back $25, which again is crazy. But look at that, the old age, it's phenomenal. And Noah Van Sciver's never been so dynamic before. I feel like we're seeing a lot of line work from him, which I'm not saying never really happens, but it's so fun to see kind of like a different look from him, These characters were drawn by, for Remy and George, my boys. I thought they drew it, but no, he drew this of them, and that's just fantastic. If you listen to his YouTube channel, he kind of talks about them every now and again. And this is so funny. Imagine Van Halen playing. It's so tongue-in-cheek. But lots of fun stuff in here, from, drug addiction to alcoholism to wild nights to remembering the past glory days, but were they actually ever really glory? He got ripped off by this man. Just a lot of fun here. He does drugs in a cave to try to kind of work through his problems instead of doing anything significant, about it. He decides to trip in a cave, and that is kind of like sends him into the heart of what this story is about. And here he is with an old lover, and he sees her again, and this is her, and she's a cat lady, and she's married, and they still somehow end up sleeping together. So he gets what he wants out of it, So it's just a lot of fun. Noah Van Sciver's very tongue-in-cheek here. This really reminded me of Fonte Bukowski, but in the musical world instead of the literary world. So that was a really good continuation of his exploration of the loser, as I like to say. And the colors are amazing, as always with Noah Van Sciver's work. I feel like he always has a really good color palette. He knows what works with his lines. He knows the paper stock. And Fantagraphics is always giving him that kind of like luxury treatment, which is always welcome to see, especially with him. And so that's Beat It Rufus by Noah Van Sciver. And these, like I said, these came out on the week of March 11th, which this is going to go up on the Friday of March 11th, or the week of March 11th, I guess we could say. And a lot of books came out this week from Fantagraphics, but I think these are like two big standouts for the week. Definitely check them out. Look forward to more coverage. And I'm Gerald Varela, and this is Back Corner Comics.